Hey there, in this video I'll briefly talk about what we know so far about the new Arcanist class. All the info is taken from the Bethesda livestream and the official article about Arcanist class, and you can find links to both in the description of this video. In the official Bethesda VOD, they talk about the Arcanist between 19 and 2208 timestamps. The Arcanist class will be based around hermaeus mora, the Daedric Prince of Knowledge. Aesthetically, you will be able to utilize runes, tomes of ancient knowledge, tentacles, and the energy of Apocryphal itself. The class will have 3 skill trees, one for each role, but before we get to that, let's talk about Arcanist's unique mechanic, crux. Activating certain abilities will generate crux, of which you can store up to 3 charges. Other abilities will consume crux, to empower these abilities. Now let's start with the skill tree that will be the most important to us. The Tank skill tree, Apocryphal Soldier. The official article states, the magic of the Apocryphal Soldier skill line allows you to dominate your foe's attention, buff yourself or your party's defensive capabilities, and even conjure an explosive damage shield with Runespite Ward, which can be improved with crux. So the first thing, dominate your foe's attention. This could mean that we're finally getting an AoE taunt, but personally I think that would be weird if only one class had access to it. So I think the dominate your foe's attention is more of a buzzword that's supposed to make it sound cool. Next, buff yourself or your party's defensive capabilities. Buffing your own defensive capabilities is something every class can do. Buffing your party's defensive capabilities could mean many things. It could be, for example, AoE damage shield similar to Dragon Knight's Ignis shield, or AoE buff that reduces your damage taken, similar to Warden's expansive Frostcloak. And last part of the sentence, conjure an explosive damage shield with Runespite Ward, which can be improved with crux. This sounds a lot like Templar's Blazing Shield, but I wonder how the crux mechanic will interact with it. Next up, we have the healing skill tree called Curative Runeforms. The article states, with the restorative Curative Runeforms skill line, you can make use of healing runes to keep your party or yourself healthy, shield your allies from damage, or even help them navigate the battlefield via portals with the Apocryphal Gate ability, which summons a passage between worlds. Healing and shielding is obviously nothing new, but the Apocryphal Gate can create a lot of new strategies in terms of dealing with certain mechanics. One thing that comes to my mind is, for example, Backstage Cone in hard mode, but I'm sure that there will be way more uses for that. We still don't know how exactly that portal is going to work, though my guess is that it's most probably going to be a synergy, and synergies have a 20-second cooldown. And last, the damage skill tree called Herald of the Tome. The article states, when wielding the destructive magics of the damage-focused Herald of the Tome skill line, you manipulate arcane energies to bombard your foes with damaging blasts, beams, and more. This includes active abilities such as Rune Blades, which launches lethal projectiles at your foes, generating crux as you do. Sadly, I can't really guess what it's going to be like mechanic-wise, since the article talks mostly about the aesthetics here. In the Bethesda livestream, they talked in more detail about one of this skill line's abilities, Abyssal Impact, where you turn your hand into a tentacle and thrust forward, damaging and debilitating your enemies. But we don't know what kind of debuff they meant when saying debilitating. And that's it for this video. Since we're at the end, I wanna shamelessly advertise my Twitch channel. We're currently score pushing Malvalor Cash Trial, and we're streaming every Tuesday, Friday and Saturday from 20 to 23 CET. Thanks for watching and see you next time.